Hello YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to take a look at CANNA'S GANGPLANK. Canna is not really someone that needs much of an introduction, but for those of you that don't follow pro play, who is Canna? Well, he's a Korean pro player who was former top laner for SKT1 and Damwon Gaming, and he's recently been imported to the LEC and is currently the top laner for Karmin Corps. Now, I saw a post on Twitter of Canna and that he's been more actively playing Gangplank recently in his solo queue games. If you take a quick look at his stats, you can see that he's currently holding a very impressive 70% win rate with Gangplank. When it comes to Gangplank in solo queue, most pro players avoid playing him, because it's a different setting and Gangplank can be very hard to have useful practice with, since you need to spend a lot of time and a lot of games with him, making it not really time efficient to be practicing him. That's why I was caught off guard, seeing that Canna's actually been playing him a lot, which maybe means that he might be considering to play him. I checked his matches and he hasn't actually played Gangplank yet in any of his pro games. Now, Gangplank did get buffed recently, so it might be around that time of the year where pro players will start trying him out again in solo queue. So far, if I check the pro games this season, Gangplank has only been picked 8 times, and 5 out of the 8 times it was as a counter to Jax, which is a very good matchup for Gangplank. Anyways, back to Canna. In this video, we're going to be spectating one of his games and take a closer look at how Canna likes to play Gangplank. So, let's get straight into it. Alright, we're into game now. We're in a Challenger Grandmaster lobby. Canna is playing Gangplank top versus Challenger Darius. He decided to take Grasp. The runes are pretty basic Gangplank runes here. We have Grasp with Bone Plating, Biscuits, and Jack of all trades. He started Dorn's Blade and a Potion. So the Darius matchup, the Gangplank versus Darius matchup, is a very interesting lane. We're gonna see here actually that Darius is in the bush and there's a Nautilus behind him. He gets hooked from Fog of War, so he can't flash it. Does he actually die from that? He actually dies from that. Oh my god, that's so unlucky. So what has happened here is, I was just about to start talking about the Darius matchup. Darius vs Gangplank is a very interesting matchup. I would say it's an even matchup when like in higher elos. So what has happened here is, we can go back to it. What has happened here is, so for the level 1 in the Darius matchup, Gangplank wants to take control over this bush here. Right, because we all know that Darius players, they like to hide in this bush and they run at you level 1. So I actually even have a video about this where, you know, if you're playing Gangplank into these level 1 cheesers, what you want to do is run into this bush. He already has a barrel, so what he wants to do is run into this bush and place a barrel, right? So to avoid Darius from walking into it. Darius actually knows this, and he has called his Nautilus to support him, and Nautilus hooks from outside the vision. He doesn't have vision of that, so he isn't able to flash it, and he actually dies level 1, which is a very big thing. He loses his flash in the Darius matchup here, which is a very, very critical summoner to have against Darius. I'm gonna talk about the Darius matchup, right? So like Gangplank versus Darius, it's all about the summoners here. So what we already noticed as well is that Canna has Ignite. And why does he have Ignite? It's because Darius likes to fight. You need, well, like, it's hard to say whether you really need Ignite against Darius as Gangplank. You could run TP, but Darius is a champion that also, he doesn't take TP, right? Usually you want to take TP if your laner has TP. But Darius tends to take Ghost, so the likeness of like fighting early game is very high. You know, you're very likely to, Darius is very likely to be running into you, right? He bought his boots as well with that first kill he got. He's definitely going to be looking to fight you early. That's where Ignite comes into play. Gangplank with passive and Ignite deals a lot of true damage, and that kind of keeps Darius from fighting you. It's kind of like a safety, I guess. It's more meant for safety than it's meant for offense, right? Because Darius now has to think about when he's going to all in you. He can't just all in you, because you can actually fight back. That's the reason for the ignite now. Now also the second important thing here is that he has lost his flash, and Darius has summoner advantage with Ghost. So not only does this mean he could run down Gangplank, Gangplank is now a very easy target for ganks as well. So I'm very curious. We're gonna see how Canna decides to play this laning. So far we can see that this barrel placement is actually very interesting here, right? So most Gangplanks, they place their barrel here in the middle, right, where all the minions are, and they try to, you know, challenge the laner, or they try to get all 3 minions at the same time. Canna does actually something different here. Canna places his first barrel behind him, because he has no flash now, and it's kind of like you can see it as an escape option here. So it's actually keeping him safe. You see how close he's walking to the Darius? You would think, right, oh, Darius is just gonna run at him now. But if Darius decides to run at him with Ghost, Canna can just retreat to his barrel, because he is closer to his barrel. Can just retreat, and Darius can never really look to chase, right? You can see he's trying to close the distance, but now he gets 2-part barrel comboed. Gets a nice trade with the passive. He's gonna challenge this barrel. Nice timing. Very nice timing from Canna. Doesn't get the passive. Important thing here also, Darius got a kill level 1. So he now has XP lead, which means if you get a kill level 1, it means that after 6 minions, you get level 2. Wow, so actually he timed his level 2 at the same time. So that's very interesting here actually. So we can see, right? 6 minions have died for Darius. But Canna actually knows this, and he times his level up at the same time. Very, very interesting. So they fight. Oh, it looked like he was about to ghost there. But remember, Canna has Ignite, right? It kind of looked like he was about to ghost there, but it was a very nice trade. So far, Canna has been hitting all his barrels. He's timing his Q with the grasp, obviously. And Darius is now actually in a rough position here. The wave is pushing towards Darius. He's actually gonna go in here, looking to kill. He has no flash. Darius took E. Wait a second. Oh. Alright. Darius just decides to stay in Q range. I'm not sure if the Ignite would kill. But, so Darius took E. When did he take E? Oh, he already had E? I didn't even notice this. So with the level up, he took E, right? Okay, interesting. Interesting. I'm not sure why. The barrel was already gone by the time he leveled it up. You can take E as Darius, right? To knock a Gangplank up, so you can take out the barrel. But I mean, I'm not a Darius expert, but so he has E and he has no Q here. So Canna, knowing this, he goes in very aggressively. E is still on cooldown, gets Q ignited, and then just dies. Interesting. Well, wow, like very, very interesting early game here. A lot of things have already happened. Yeah, I mean, like, it's really cool. Wow, like, so far Canna's been playing it perfectly, I want to say. Like, all this with a summoner disadvantage, by the way, like no flash. And Darius also had boots, and he's able to pull that off. That's very, very impressive from Canna so far. Udyr is coming. It's not gonna flash. He has orange also. Very, very interesting. Wow. Very, very well played so far. So he's gonna recall. He has a perfect gold for Sheen. 900 gold exactly. So a perfect recall here for Canna. Level 4 Sheen. He's gonna do a lot of damage with the grasp Q. Comes back to lane here. Darius is camping in the bush. I think Canna is aware of it. He's not gonna walk up very closely. This is a very good opportunity for Darius to look for damage, right? Gangplank still has no flash. It is such an important thing in this matchup. I cannot say, I cannot like stress how important it is. So Gangplank has no flash, which makes him an easy target. Darius wants to look. he wants to look to capitalize on this. So he goes in, gets a very nice punish, fails the one part. Actually, the timing of this was very interesting. So look at this. Darius waits very patiently. The barrel is about to run out. So look at this. This is no coincidence. He waits for the barrel to run out, goes in. Well, like, he warded at the same time. I'm not sure what happened here. Maybe just unlucky timing. But so he goes in at the same time the barrel goes out. So Kanna try to one-part him there. Maybe get a double passive off. But very good trade for Darius. So very good punish there. Kanna is looking to... obviously, you're just gonna spam Q as much as you can. When Darius E is on cooldown, you can obviously walk up to him and just Q him. Now that his E is back, you kind of wanna play a little bit more safe. So let me keep the camera on Kanna. The barrel placement once again here. The barrel placement is keeping Kanna safe from any type of engage. They both have no flash, so the only way Darius can engage is by walking towards him, right? So you see, he's sitting behind his barrel here. Wow, did you see that? He cancelled his auto attack on the barrel, perfectly spacing. Oh my, bro, this landing phase is so intense already. There's so many things happening. Look at this. Darius walks straight up, right? He fakes going for the barrel. Then he walks up. Kanna's about to hit the barrel, but he sees that Darius is too close now, cancels it, walks out of the E range. Very nice, like, reaction from Kanna. It was very... Udyr is ganking, flashes on him. Wow, what an unlucky kill. Is that gonna die? Is he gonna die? No, he doesn't even get the trade kill. Wow, you guys see that? Kanna's flash is 5 seconds. Look. Kanna's flash was 4 seconds away from coming up. If they had timed that gank a little bit later, he would have been able to flash out. But they both... I'm not sure, they probably time the summoners. I'm assuming that someone is keeping track of the summoners, right? So very, like, good timing from the enemy jungler there and from the top laner. That was really unfortunate for Kanna. So far the game is a little bit rough. I mean, he's actually doing really well. We can see when if you look at his items, you can see he went for boots and longsword. Boots is obviously very important for Gangplank against the Darius matchup, because we see that Darius also likes to rush movement speed. He even rushed plated steel caps. Another reason why Boots is actually good here is because Boots actually, with Jack of all trades, he now has 5 different stats that give him... so he has 5 different stats, and with Jack of all trades, that gives him an extra 6 AD. It says 10 adaptive, but 10 adaptive converts to like 6 AD. So not only does he have extra movement speed now, he also has 6 AD from the boots. So you want to like count that together, right? So he's gonna be able to be safe from the Darius, and also he has that extra damage. Darius flashes in on Kanna. Wow. Okay, so Kanna. Oh, okay. So Kanna keeps the orange until the Udyr comes. Let's take a look at this. Okay. Darius flashes. I think he flashed. He tried to take out the barrel there. You saw that, right? He flashed to try to take out the barrel. Kanna low-key predicted that, didn't he? Look at this. So he has this barrel, right? So once again, he's using his barrel to keep to be. He wants the barrel to be between him and Darius, right? Darius flashes to get the barrel, but Kanna actually reacts to it or predicts it perfectly. Instead, Darius slows Gangplank with a W. Gangplank holds his E until Udyr's stun, gets another barrel, and then flashes away. Actually, very clean escape. Let's look at it one last time. Predicts the flash, gets the barrel, puts down another barrel, W's the stun, Auto Q on the barrel, flash away. Clean escape from Kana. That was very impressive. Oh my god, Kanna's Gangplank is actually insane. This guy is actually, you can tell when a pro player actually plays Gangplank. And now Scanner with the counter gank. With no flash, easy pickup for Kanna. Nice shutdown as well. Wow, Kanna's been playing amazing. Oh my god, and he gets the timing on that barrel. And is this gonna be another dive? Passive Q, clean. Wow, Scanner will die though, but oh my god, bro, look at his barrel timing. Look. So they get the kill here. Look, puts down another barrel. Puts down this barrel here, right? He backs off. Look at this distance barrier. This is max Q range. Look at this. Darius wants to auto W, right? He wants to auto W to instantly take out the barrel. Look what happens. He autos it, and Kanna knows this. So he times his Q with the auto attack and actually gets the barrel before him. That's kind of a tech that's been like invented by Solar Baka. Shout out to my boy Solar, of course. He's really the first Gangplank I ever saw doing it, right? Like a few years ago, he really was the one that started like doing that auto attack between like the auto reset. Like for example, like Lucian passive Akshan W. Solar was really the first Gangplank I ever saw that would time his auto attacks between those auto attacks. You know what I mean? Like he uses the enemy autos as a timing for his barrel, which is just absurd. And Kanna Kanna being up with all the Gangplank tech is just amazing to see. Don't think he'll escape this one. Kind of overstayed a little bit. He got 2 plays though. Yeah, it might be worth. But yeah, so far, bro, Kanna's Gangplank, he really, like I was saying, right? He really seems to me like a pro player that actually plays Gangplank. Like you can tell his mastery of Gangplank is really high level here. Like this is basically what an OTP Gangplank looks like, and he's not even an OTP. You know what I mean? Like that's just absurd. Really, really clean so far. So we'll take a look at the items here. He decided to go Swifties for his boots. That's an interesting choice. I guess it's effective for Darius W. And maybe he just wants it to be able to kite. So you see here, he has Swifties, movement speed, he has Phage. He's going to be able to run in and out of Darius, his range. A lot easier with that. So it also might be useful against Udyr in case he gets ganked again, right? So, interesting choice. I think me personally, I would probably went for Tabis, but not saying it's like the correct choice, right? But like that's what I would have done, right? The barrel was a little bit short here. I've been noticing this earlier as well. I think Kanna, a small remark, right? A small remark here for Kanna. So we were talking about he likes to keep his barrel between him and Darius. I feel like though, when you're under tower, when he's under tower like this, you could place the barrel a little bit closer here, right? Because the barrel is a little bit short here, right? So especially because he knows I'm pretty sure he's aware that this jungler is coming. I think the better position for that barrel is to place it here. If you place a barrel here, you can easily hit someone that is behind the tower. So that's just a small remark. Let's see how they play out this dive. Very nice. It gets the passive reset and the ignite. Really, really nice. Is he gonna die? He's not gonna die, right? Okay. Very nice. Wow, that was pretty close too, actually. Let's take a look at it, right? Let's take a look. So he waits for the Scanner CC. So he misses this first barrel, right? Then he waits for the Scanner CC. He's not doing anything now. Places the barrel. Passive. Q. The barrel hits. Yeah, we can see the barrel did hit Darius. So the barrel hits. Passive Q into another passive into ignite. That is triple true damage right there. Very, very clean, like, that's like one of the best DPS routes that Gangplank has, like one of the best combos you have. Resetting your passive does a lot of damage, and Kana is aware of this. Kana... Is he gonna die here? I think he's gonna die. Yeah, okay. So really, really, so far, really, really amazing gameplay from Kana so far. So I was saying, so the passive resets, obviously one of the more important combos of Gangplank, one of the more important techs for Gangplank is being able to reset your passive. Your passive resets whenever you hit a barrel, and so what you can do is, like you've seen from Kana, is you can apply your passive, then destroy the barrel and get another passive. So yeah, that is so far showing very high mastery. Very, very impressed by this. He's level 9 now. He has Triforce, by the way. Triforce is a very big spike. We're gonna see he's gonna instantly start fighting. Dodges the Q. Can he follow this? Oh, he knows. So he can obviously kill him, but he sees the Void Grobs die. Look. So 1v1, this is he absolutely like wins this, right? But he sees the Void Grobs, so he knows Udyr is behind him. He doesn't have vision of Udyr, to be clear, right? There's no vision in the river, but he saw the Void Grobs die. So obviously that's a sign to not be greedy. He's gonna look to cancel him or kill him. Interesting. Wow. Okay. He's like he's kind of rage baiting that Udyr. Oh wow, okay, so, and then in the meantime, Darius gets caught. Wow. Was he like zoning them? Let me see. Oh, so he sees his jungler come, I think? Yeah, so Skarner pings on the way. Skarner pings on the way, so he's trying to keep them here. And Darius is trying to hide. Did you see that? Darius was trying to hide in the pit. He was like, please don't check the pits. Alright then. Very, very clean. And the team is gonna fight here. Wow, Skarner champion. Kana meanwhile is gonna stay top lane. You're gonna see, by the way, once you have Triforce, your Q gold generation really accelerates. So let me explain to you what Triforce does on Gangplank, right? So once you have Triforce, obviously it's an amazing item. You're better in dueling. It gives a lot of damage. Your Sheen proc also becomes stronger. But what this also does is, look at the minions, right? So once you proc a barrel, you can kill the backline minions. And that gives you extra gold from your passive. And so once you have Triforce, you just start wave clearing like a monster, and you start generating gold like crazy. So we can see right now Gangplank has made 287 gold and 335 silver serpents. So silver serpents is what you need for the ult upgrade. You need 500 for one upgrade. And yeah, you get passive gold. So he has now 300 gold basically, which is an extra kill, right? So he could say he has 5 kills right now. Even though it doesn't say, he has the gold, right? He has the extra gold from an extra kill in his pocket right now, which is... Yeah, so the Triforce spike on Gangplank is really nice. It really helps you accelerate into the next items, which is very important for Gangplank, right? So we can talk about Gangplank. We can talk about like Gangplank in pro play, right? So like, why you would see, you kind of like see all of this, right? You see like, oh wow, Gangplank seems like a very safe laner. Seems like a good scaling champion as well. Why isn't he picked in pro play? You might like ask, like question it, right? So it's important to understand what Gangplank is, right? So first thing, Gangplank is obviously a carry champion, right? Now, top laners, there are very few top laners that are competitively viable that are also carry champions, right? So if you compare it to Darius, Darius is actually a bruiser. It's not really the same as a carry champion. We can say that Gangplank is also a bruiser. That's what he originally was meant to be. But over the years, they have made him more like his Q, his passive, and his E have crit skillings nowadays, right? So they didn't used to have that. So which makes him kind of obligated to build crit items. So he needs to build damage items, right? Which means that he can't be a frontline, like Darius, for example, right? So Gangplank's role in competitive and in solo queue as well is a carry champion, right? So let's think about it, right? So we have he's a safe laner that scales really well and is a carry champion. Why isn't he picked in pro play? Well, that's because there's two reasons. The first reason is he needs resources, right? Gangplank needs a lot of resources. He needs levels and he needs gold. He needs his items, right? Every game, Gangplank, his top priorities is getting minions. It's not kills. Even though he has kills, getting kills is nice, but getting minions is the best, like your top priority as Gangplank. You get extra gold from your Q, and you get XP that you need for your level 13 power spike. Gangplank's level 13 is when his barrels become a lot faster. So his barrels become, you can see here, the decay rate increases at level 7 and level 13. Right, so at level 13, your barrels are basically instant. That's when you can play like team fights. You can, start going for 1v1s. That is what you wanna. That's the level you wanna reach as Gangplank before you really start team fighting and stuff, right? Let's take a look at the fight here. He's gonna miss the triple barrel on the Nautilus. Darius ghosted. Is he gonna kill the Darius? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Doesn't look like it. He's a lot stronger than the Darius. Darius cannot fight this Gangplank. He is 40 CS ahead and has a full item ahead, basically. So there's no way the Darius is gonna fight Gangplank here. So like we were saying, so Gangplank is level 13, right? So, I mean, you can say, yeah, in competitive, you can easily farm and get your level 13, right? And that's very much true. The second issue that I want to talk about is, or like, that Gangplank has in competitive, is that he needs setup. It might not be obvious for people, but Gangplank barrels you need CC. You need crowd control in your team comp to be able to actually hit your barrels. If you're playing in high elo, or pro play in this case, the enemy is gonna be 5 challenger players. They're all gonna be aware of your... Oh, okay. Welcome. Oh, that was my follower alert. He gets the kill here on Jace. Okay, very interesting. So he flashes. He tried to kill the Varus there, so he trades its flash. That's all good. So you need CC, you need crowd control. If you're playing in a high level, everyone is gonna be aware of your barrels, and it's gonna be really, really hard to pull off a barrel combo because everyone's gonna be there to disable them. It's gonna run into Udyr here. Very unlucky. Yeah, he tried to go for the minion wave, but Udyr was there. Or like he tried to kill the Varus, or maybe, I think. But so it's impossible for Gangplank without any CC to pull off barrel combos. So you need to pick Gangplank in competitive. You need CC champions in your team. So you need to draft around them, basically. So that's like 2 issues that Gangplank has. Which is, I think in current top lane meta in pro play, it is kind of the opposite. I think what the meta in top lane is you want to pick a low resources and it's useful champion, right? So I'm gonna like take an example here. I'm gonna say like Cassante, right? Cassante spikes, I want to say, at 1 item. Iceborne Gauntlet is an amazing spike on Cassante. Right? After that, he's basically, he doesn't need anything else. Everything that he gets after that is extra. Right? It's all good. He doesn't need levels. He doesn't need like 3 items. Gangplank, this is not the case. Gangplank, best spike is actually 3 items. Like, once you're 13, which is, he just got 13, you want to look to teamfight, you still want to, depending on how fed you are, you still want to get 3 items. We're gonna take a look here. He ults on top of the Samira. Very nice. His ult gets the Jace. Passive resets once again on the Udyr. Turns around to the Darius. He's gonna die here. But the Yone will be able to pick it up. Very nice. Okay, very clean. Let's take a quick look. He ults on top of the Samira. So his ult placement here. Let's take a look. Yeah. So he waits for the Skarner ult. And the Skarner is keeping the Jace into the ult. You see that? The Jace is now eating Gangplank. The Cannon Barrage. Dies to it. Now to kill this Udyr, he starts off with a barrel. Passive. Oranges the stun, gets another barrel, which means another passive. Then just Qs him. Then it turns around to the Darius. That barrel combo was a little bit short, but it still hits the Darius. He has red buff here. Gets one last passive and the ignites. And then Yone cleans it up. Very clean fight from Canna. His awareness in the fight is very, very impressive. That's like high level player for you, right? Like very, very well played. So far he's doing really well. He's got the 3 item spike that I was talking about, by the way. So I don't think I'm not sure what his components were before this. I'm pretty sure he didn't have LDR. But so talking about 3 item spikes, right? The 3 items you always want to rush as Gangplank is Triforce, Collector into Infinity Edge, right? LDR is actually also a good 3 item spike. For the reason being, it got buffed recently. So it has more armor pen and slightly more damage. I think it was 30 AD, now it's 35 AD. I think the reason why he goes LDR here and not Infinity Edge is because they have 3 tanks. So LDR obviously being an anti-tank item, it's pretty good to buy as a 3rd option as well. If you're into squishies, you always wanna build Infinity Edge. So very nice fight. Wait, is Skarner still Drake? So they're kind of just inting here. Skarner froze his Q. Skarner froze his Q and steals the Drake. Alright then. Well played to Skarner. But yeah, so he's super fed right here. Doesn't want to push until he... I think he can push. I think there's no one that really can stop him. He has information that Darius is top lane. So he decides to take the tower. Udyr is gonna fight him though, so let's see. He's gonna get the barrel. Passive reset. He has no barrels. He has 1 barrel now. It's gonna be close. No, he doesn't get it. Wow. So very unlucky, but he was out of barrels. He used too many barrels for the wave, I think. So... well, he uses 1 barrel for the wave. It's not even... yeah. He's just out of barrels. Yeah, so he only has 2 barrels. He gets 1. And now he's out of barrels, you see. He tries to kite with the ulti, which is very smart. But it's not enough. He even gets the auto attack. Yeah, no, it's not enough. Udyr is a full tank. He obviously deserves to kill the Gangplank there. No, jokes aside, Udyr is pretty strong here. He's very farmed up, he's full tank basically. The only way for Gangplank to kill him is with passive resets. But for the resets, you need barrels. So he was out of barrels there, can't reset his passive. And sadly dies, but he gets the tower though. Gets the tower. Fight will break out mid lane here. Interesting. Gangplank has respawned now, so he's gonna run to this fight. Maybe he can catch someone if they fight further. Let's see. Yeah, the Udyr still seems like... Udyr is pretty deep now. So, yeah. You see how the passive melts that Udyr? Gangplank is gonna be the one this game to really deal with the Udyr. So... because he can easily melt him. That counts for like any tank, right? You can easily melt tanks, but only if you passive reset. Oh, we just you see what I mean? he tried to, I think he just tried to kill the Varus here. But look at the Nautilus. This is what I mean, by the way. Look at high level. This is a challenger Nautilus, right? Look at him. Nautilus is gonna walk up and destroy your barrel. Of course he is. Then Varus gets that one and Varus gets this one. You see what I mean? In high elo, you have multiple people that try and disable your barrels. It's really, really hard to pull them off, right? That's why you want like CC on your team as Gangplank usually. Alright, so he's decided to go for a Serpent's Fang. Probably for the Udyr here. Mostly, I want to say. They have Udyr and they have Lockets. Maybe also for a Sterex Gauge on the Darius later on. He'll probably get that. Oh, also actually, so Serpents is an amazing item on Gangplank, and it seems like they have Armored Advanced, which is the upgraded boots. And for those of you that don't know, Serpent's Fang actually reduces all shields. So even this physical shield will get reduced by 50%. So it actually, Serpents has a pretty good value. It's gonna have good value this game, right? Even though you might say they don't have any shielders, they have Armored Advanced, and I think Darius might get it as well, and Jace will also get it probably. So it's gonna have some good value, I think, this game. I see the reasoning behind the itemization, and I think it's reasonable. It's gonna like look to kill Darius? No. Okay. So Serpent's Fang, 4th item. I think it's a pretty solid choice here. We can take a look at the ult upgrades. He has Fire at Will, which is the increased fire rate. So at 500 Serpents you can get the ult upgrades. So far he only has one upgrade, which he has been farming. Doesn't get the kill there. I feel like he has been farming, but maybe he hasn't been paying attention to stacking his passive a lot. So... okay, places the ulti across the wall. Wow. Really clean. It's gonna wipe them, right? Yeah. Alright, let's take a look back. Let's take a look back here. Very good. So... Gangplank has red buff, so he decides to Q the Jace and then look for a barrel combo, right? Because he's slowed. Alright. They don't chase further. Jace is still out of position. Yone is on the flank. They turn on Jace. Look what happens. They turn on Jace. Jace was baiting this whole time, so he flashes out. Now Udyr is gonna try to get the Gangplank. Gangplank actually ults on the other side of the wall here. Even though the Udyr is right on top of him. So he actually knows that there are people over the wall. So you can see here, right? He sees them over the wall. Jace is also over the wall. He ults. Maybe also for vision. So he ults over the wall. Yone has placed his E here. Now they kind of have to decide if they want to stick in Gangplank ult, or if they back off and let Udyr die, right? So after placing the ult, he now focuses Udyr, and it's too much chaos for the enemy team. Varus left, so Varus can't position because of the Gangplank ult, and it's just such a well placed ult there. That was a really good Gangplank ult there. So that will secure them the Baron probably. Like, you might think, you know, what I love the most about Gangplank, like, it might look simple and everything, but I can reassure you, bro. Every single decision you make as a Gangplank has to be very, very well thought out of. Like, you need to really plan ahead. It only comes with a lot of experience, I want to say. It's not something you can learn in like a week of playing Gangplank. Yeah, once again, like, a small remark that I've had with CANNA'S GANGPLANK though, only a small one, right? But I've been noticing he's been placing his first barrels very close to him. So, I want to say, this barrel, you can place it a little bit further up, and so that you can two-part it, right? So here what I would do is two-part with an auto attack, right? But he's too far now. So instead he... Wait, what happened? He gets the barrel. Hey, what happened? Wait, didn't... Skarner was in E animation, no? What happened? Skarner E? Skarner E? Wait, but he E's twice. Wait, what? So Skarner E's... What happened? Skarner E? It has no cooldown? Wait, bugged! What? Wait, I was gonna say, does Jace E have like no cooldown? So Jace... Wow, I just found out the bug. So Jace E'd Skarner in the wall, it knocked back Skarner, but then his E didn't go on cooldown for some reason. Huh. Interesting. But yeah, like I was saying, that's the only remark I've had so far with CANNA'S GANGPLANK, is he seems to sometimes place his first barrel a little bit too close to him, like a little bit too safe. It makes sense, because you don't want to place your barrels in the enemy where they can all disable it, right? Makes sense. But in some cases, it would be better if he placed them a little bit further, right? But that's the only... obviously, this guy is a way better player than me. He's actually also born in the same year as me, fun fact. But he's challenger and I'm not. Very clean fight. Yeah, I mean, he just playing really well here. He has shield bow as a last item, which is interesting. I'm not sure why you would not go Infinity Edge here. Maybe to be safe. I don't know. I think as a last item, you definitely want to go Infinity Edge, especially when you have a Skarner. Oh, tries to go for the one part on the Varus, but he mistimes it. They're trying to end the game here. Yeah, you see what I mean? It's really hard to get a barrel. He's trying to one part, but they're all... Oh, okay. Flash ignites. He almost killed the Varus there, actually. If he flash ignites with passive and Q, he actually dies there. He has no barrels now, though. He has no barrels. Ooh, they're getting poked. You guys have to run, bro. He has no barrels. He doesn't ping it. Remember when we watched Captain Chopsticks? When you have no barrels, you should always ping it to your team. Because Gangplank without barrels is not very useful. You can press Q, but that's kind of about it. Oh, again, they take out the barrel once again, and they die. Ooh, they're gonna get aced. Yeah. Oh, actually, Samira's still alive. Ooh, that's kind of a throw, but I think the game is still under control. Actually, they have 3 Drakes. So that's a bit rough. But oh, he sold. Oh, okay. He sold his shield bow, and he bought Infinity Edge. Okay, that's what I like to see. That's a lot better. I mean, shield bow is a fine item. It's nothing wrong with that, obviously, right? But if you're he's super fed, right? He's full build at whoa, it was like 28 minutes. Yeah, like I think you should be building damage. I mean, shield bow is also damage, but I think Infinity Edge. Infinity Edge, by the way, this patch got buffed, or like they removed 5 AD but made it cheaper, which is it's a buff for Gangplank in my opinion. Gangplank also got buffed, by the way. He got a little AD growth buff. If you didn't know, they gave him 0.5 AD per level, which means per 2 levels you get 1 extra AD. Yeah, crazy, right? Yeah, I know. So it means at level 18, so right now Gangplank has 9 AD from the buffs. It's completely insane, actually. Okay, Skarner goes in. Nice ulti, that's what I mean. That's the Skarner Gangplank combo. Gets the barrel. Nah, okay, yeah, very clean. Let's take a look back. So Skarner ult. Obviously, he has both ult upgrades. He has Dead's Daughter and Fire at Will. Dead's Daughter is the cannonball in the middle, which deals a lot of true damage, you will see here. Gets the nice combo with Lulu also. Shield Bow, Serpent's Fang applies to all damage, by the way, so ult, they're all debuffed right now. So, gets the first barrel, no crits. Then gets a second barrel, also no crits. He had 75% crit chance, but no crits. Poor guy. Poor Ghana. But CANNA'S Gangplank is absolutely amazing. This guy is phenomenal. I really hope he'll get to play it. Like I said, it's hard to actually pull off Gangplank in the pro play setting, because you need a lot of drafting around it. 3.2k reduced from Serpent's Fang. So this game was a complete stomp from CANNA. And yeah, I learned a lot from this game. It was really amazing. I love CANNA'S Gangplank. I actually love CANNA'S game. I enjoyed watching every minute of this game. So yeah, if you enjoyed watching this video, let me know if there are any other Gangplank players out there, or like pro players that you want me to analyze their game and, you know, just have a talk about how different people play Gangplank in their own way, right? Like, I find it very enjoyable to see how everyone plays Gangplank, and yeah, give some recommendations, and thank you for watching. See you in the next video.